YouTube. Welcome to One Little Coder. In this stable diffusion tutorial, we're going to see how to use the recently released Inpainting model with your Inpainting tool. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use this Gradio tool, the latest Inpainting model. First, let me show the demo. I've got an image here and I can use the brush here and then I can select the size. I can select the mask as well. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to say, I want a checked formal shirt for interview. And once I click submit, you can see that it is going to use the mask and it is going to inpaint that particular section of the image with whatever prompt that we have given. Let's see how it is going to perform. As you can see, it has actually put a new shirt. I don't know if it's a formal shirt, but it has actually put a shirt. And you can also see the details like the hair is proper and other things are good. So this is a really good model, and this model has been recently released by Runway. If you want to use this model in your Inpainting application, I'm going to show you step by step what to do. The first thing that you have to do is go to the model page. This is a model page which I'll link in the YouTube description. You have to first go here and then accept the terms of services. That's a very critical thing because this model is not completely open for everybody to use. So you need to have a Hugging Face account and you need to accept the model's terms of services first. Once you do that, then come back to my notebook, which will be linked in the YouTube description. Open the notebook into your Google Colab environment. First check if you have got the GPU by doing NVIDIA SMI. If you do not have GPU access, go to runtime, change runtime, and then say select GPU. If you have already got GPU, or if you are using my Colab notebook, you would already have a GPU, so you don't have to be worried. The next step is to install the required libraries. In this particular case, we need diffusers, transformers, FTFY, Gradio. Once you install all the required libraries, then you need to authenticate this notebook with your Hugging Face token. The way you do it is, first you go to your Hugging Face account, click your profile, click settings. Once you click settings, you're going to see access token, and then you can copy the token from here and then come back and paste it here when you run this particular code. And that is going to save the token in the root. And once you do that, you have to import the required libraries. After you import the required libraries, here's the main important step. If you have ever done Inpainting before, previously you would have imported something called Diffusion Inpainting, but you don't have to do that now. Now Hugging Face has merged all these things in the same pipeline. So all you have to do is from diffusers, import diffusion pipeline. Once you import diffusion pipeline, then you can use diffusion pipeline from pre-train and select the model that we just saw. The Runway ML Stable Diffusion Inpainting model is a specially released model for Inpainting alone. So if you are somebody who is doing a lot of Inpainting in your Stable Diffusion application, or if you're building a startup based on Inpainting, then this is a model ideally you should be using because this is a checkpoint fine-tuned specifically for Inpainting. Once you do this thing, it's going to download model files, and after the model files are downloaded, now we can build our Gradio application, which is a full stack machine learning application for us to do Inpainting with Sketch on it. We are going to import Gradio as GR, and then we have to create a simple function. The function is going to take an image dictionary as an input, and it is also going to take a prompt, which is text as an input. The image dictionary is going to come from the Gradio application, where when you create a mask using the Sketch tool on Gradio, is going to send two images. One is the original image and the second one is the sketch image. So that's why we are getting the image dictionary and then splitting the image into two, which is image and mask, and we are resizing it. And after we resize it, we are going to send it to pipe with the prompt, with the input image, with the mask image we just created, and we are going to ask for output. If your image's output is not great, or if it is not expected to the level that you expected, I would recommend you to change two parameters. One is strength, something that you should play with. This is more like a trade-off between the text prompt and the input image. And the second one is you need to also play with guidance scale. So play with these two parameters that will actually give you much better input than using the default value. The next thing is, once you have the output ready, then you can return the output images of 0. So at this point, you have the core engine of the code ready. The next thing is you just have to create the user interface. The way you create user interface using Gradio is quite simple. gr.interface, gr is how we have the alias with which we have imported Gradio, and call the function, which is the function that you just created, and the title of the application. So the input is two. One is the image where you can say, upload. And the second one is the text box where you can enter the prompt. And once you have these two ready, then the output is an image because you're actually returning an image here. So just to quickly summarize the UI, you have a title here, you have input, you have an output, and you have prompt text input as well. So you can see that you have a function that's a core engine, then you have a title, then you have input, which is two. One is the image itself uploading, second is text prompt, and the last one is the output. One important thing to notice is when you have an image, you need to select the tool sketch, because that's going to give the capability of sketching on top of the image, which is ultimately what we're going to use to create an image mask. So at this point, your tool is ready. You can go ahead and then click upload. So I'm going to show you another image, and then I can click upload. After I click upload, I can select a particular section of it. So I can say this, and I can say blue color lipstick with glitters. So I can click submit, and it is going to use this image and take the part where we have created the mask, and then it is going to try to apply the prompt that we have given based on the strength that we have asked, and then it's going to create an output image. You can see on Google Colab, on a Tesla T4 machine, it has taken just about like 12 or 13 seconds. This doesn't look good, but this is a point. So another image, I'll go back to the same image that I used. You can change the brush size here, make it slightly big, select whatever you want. I can go select this entire thing, and then I can say a holiday shirt or a leather jacket, a gray color or a black color leather jacket with flowers on it, and then click submit, and then see how it is going to do. One thing that you need to keep in mind is it's always important for you to pick a square image, because we're resizing the image as square. So if your image is not square, it's going to resize it in a very weird shape that you may not like it. For some images, it should be fine. So yeah, you've got a jacket, and you've got flowered on it. So this is exactly the point. This Inpainting model is really good, and I've also heard that this Inpainting model is really good for outpainting. But overall, in this tutorial, I wanted to teach you how to use the latest Stable Diffusion Inpainting model, which is the runway model we just saw. You can see here, and use that along with your Gradio application to have your own sketch tool where you can sketch the mask and then create a very interesting in-painted output, just like how we see Anne Hathaway with a black leather jacket with flowers on it, which was not part of what the input image is. Like the input image was something that looked like this, and we got the output image. I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. The notebook and the model link will be in the YouTube description. Please check it out. Any questions, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, see you in the next tutorial.